Afenyo-Markin approached Sammy Gyamfi that he needed 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. And that Ohiasa Sikanu because they have seen a report, IMF a release, and that in the report, they see say Bank of Ghana ne gold board aboka. So for him to go and calm his people in parliament down, for him to go and talk to his 88 piglet in parliament, Sammy Gyamfi needs to give him 10 million Ghana cedis. That is about $1 million. Now, Afenyo-Markin, Sammy Gyamfi did not do it. In fact, Sammy Gyamfi catch and say, if they have found something in the IMF report, they should go ahead and do their worst. Because to him, the report does not emphatically state Waboka, and his books, which was audited by the Auditor General, does not show anywhere say Waboka 1.7 billion. So whatever he wants to do, he can go and do it. Now, Afenyo-Markin free Sammy Gyamfi the Nsan Kasa Sikano. In the name say Obeji Sikano, Ako chairman and call for parliament, send a raise the issue. Afenyo-Markin tried to go back to Bank of Ghana. And what he did was, he also went to Bank of Ghana to tell them to give him money so that he can shut down or shut up his 88 MPPs, 87 MPs. They will not start any kind of probe. They will not be heckling them about the report from IMF. He did not succeed at the Bank of Ghana. But somebody who is a businessman, an MPP businessman, who at the end of the day has interest in all this, gave Afenyo-Markin that 10 million. That, take it. If you did not get anything from Bank of Ghana and did not get anything from Sammy Gyamfi, take it and go shut up your people. So Afenyo-Markin took the 10 million, went back, and he never gave any parliamentarian any money. The NPP minority, nobody can come out and say Afenyo-Markin gave them a cent. So do you know what happened? After he got that money and then kept the money, he realized that Sammy Gyamfi had disrespected him. He did not understand why a young man, people are speculating, when Yesika or a gold board CEO, why I say he didn't understand why Sammy Gyamfi said he was not going to give him that money. So Afenyo-Markin decided to blackmail Sammy Gyamfi. That was when he started telling them that he was going to come after gold board. So to West Stadia, in his presser, Afenyo-Markin never mentioned the Bank of Ghana because that MPP businessman who has interest in all this gave him money in the name of Bank of Ghana, which the governor does not even know. So Afenyo-Markin press conference now, he's not interested in the Bank of Ghana because one way or the other, some businessman which I know gave him that money. That money in Saka and it's owed him Bank of Ghana for that money. And my check shows he didn't get a dime from the Bank of Ghana. When he came out, it was a revenge and a blackmail towards Sammy Gyamfi.
You see, my brother, there are many underlying issues between I and Afenyo-Markin that you don't know and those watching don't know. I have appeared on News Farm many times. Perhaps in this country, I have held more press conferences on political issues than anybody. Have you ever heard me use the word extortion against any of my critics? Have you ever heard me? Why will I use this word now? And why have you not heard Afenyo say anything about that or challenge me or threaten to sue? So the MPP people talking, there are things you don't know. I will not just, I'm a consummate Democrat. I eat and drink debates. I'm not worried.
Call the minority leader an extortionist.
I'm not worried if you criticize him. Yes. And that is why he cannot comment on that or even challenge me. He cannot. Because he knows that what I said is true. So there are many things that you may not have the benefit of. But let me talk about my good brother.
Afenyo-Markin is a self-made man.
No problem.
He's got the chain of businesses.
Maybe tell him that.
Why does he need to come and extort money from gold board?
Tell him that you want to be his lawyer so that he sues Sammy Gyamfi to substantiate that claim. Tell him. Or tell him that you give him an interview here and Sammy Gyamfi will come and that you should dare Sammy Gyamfi. That is not an insult. I'm speaking about what has happened and he knows.
Fellow Ghanaians, listen closely. There are things happening in our politics that we cannot keep quiet about. Reports and allegations say the minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin tried to blackmail Sammy Gyamfi, the man leading our gold board. They say he demanded money, threatening to drag his name through the mud if he did not pay up. But this time, he met a true son of the land, bold, honest, and loyal to Ghana. Sammy Gyamfi refused to be bought. He stood his ground and the attempt failed completely. But what we are hearing goes much deeper. Rumors say this has been his way for years. When his own NPP colleagues were in power, he would threaten ministers, telling them he would expose secret fraud, stolen funds, and mismanagement in their ministries unless they paid him. And so one by one they paid. They gave him money to keep their sins hidden, to stay in office, while our nation's wealth bled away. If these things are true, people like Afenyo-Markin have no place in our politics. They should be banned forever from holding any public office in Ghana. We cannot have leaders who use power to shake down those serving the people. And hear this clearly. This is the same kind of person NPP flag bearer Dr. Bawumia is said to be considering for ministerial roles if he wins the 2028 elections. Giving such people power again would be handing them the keys to loot and threaten us all over again. Ghanaians, we must not let this happen. We must demand accountability. We must stand with leaders who work for Ghana, not those who use threats to fill their pockets. Let the truth come out. Let justice be done. And let us never again allow blackmailers and extortionists to sit in our halls of power. Important note, these claims are currently allegations. Afenyo-Markin has denied them strongly and says he will take legal action. Sammy insists he has evidence to support his statements. We call for full, open investigation for Ghanaians.